Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome to Street Champs. Quick shout out to our sponsors, Rocky Mountain Blaze and Big Bear Wine and Liquors. Anything we're smoking on, we got that straight from Rocky Mountain Blaze. Anything we're sipping on, we got that straight from Big Bear. Mention Street Champs at Rocky Mountain Blaze and get 5% off your entire order. Yo!
Let's go.
All right.
Let's go, man.
We got Brent from Mile High Mint in the house tonight. How you doing, Brent?
Doing great, man. I appreciate y'all for bringing me on, man. It's all love. I appreciate it.
Fuck yeah. Appreciate you coming, man. I know it's a little bit of a drive.
Yeah, I mean, it's not too bad. It's like an hour and a half, a little hour 40, you know what I'm saying? But, I mean, Pueblo, you know, it's a beautiful city. You know, I've done some good business out here, so, you know, I love coming out here.
Hell yeah, man.
Hell yeah. Appreciation, man. We also got Rick G in
What's
the house
up,
tonight.
man? What's up? You know, out here.
Yeah.
Glad to be on this interview, man.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Hell yeah, man.
I've always
Nice
wanted to meet you.
you.
I've been seeing your interviews and shit. That's just tight, man. My high minute.
I appreciate that.
Hell yeah,
That means
bro.
a lot, man. I appreciate it.
Mhm.
It's nice to meet you guys, man.
Hell yeah.
And
Hell
collaborate,
yeah.
man.
Yeah, bro. Glad to have you here.
Winston
And-
behind the keys.
Yo.
Yeah.
Glad to have you here as well, bro. Fucking, like, definitely, I don't know. But it's like a step up from Street Champs almost. Like, it's like you're have more subscribers, like you're in Denver, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
I appreciate the support and the love, man. Like, for real. Like, it means a
Fuck
lot
yeah.
to be able to, you know, just, like, have an opportunity like this, you know, meet up with other like-minded individuals who just want to put on for their city, you know what I'm saying? So, most definitely.
It's nothing like collaborating with other creators, you know?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Like that, it's different, you know? It hits different when, I don't know, I guess when there's a camera involved, you know what it's like dealing with artists. And not, I don't want to say dealing with artists, but like
Yeah.
working with a bunch of different artists and
Right.
like doing your craft, posting it for people to watch, you know?
Right,
and we're
right.
doing that too. And I feel like when creators that do that get together, it just makes for a great episode. So I'm
Oh,
excited
yeah.
to be a part of this, man. Fuck yeah, dude.
Most definitely.
When he said we were getting you on, I was excited as fuck. I was like, damn, that's what's up. Fuck
Oh, yeah.
yeah. Like we're reaching out there, you know what I mean? We're actually reaching out there in all of Colorado, not even just Pueblo.
Hell yeah.
That's what's up.
Have you guys done any interviews with someone from Denver before yet? Or?
I'm from Denver.
I don't think from Denver.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not necessarily like, I wasn't born and raised
Mm-hmm.
in Denver. Like, I grew up in like the north suburbs,
Mm-hmm.
like Arvada and Thornton, but I've spent the last couple years in Denver and stuff like that for the most part. So the Denver area, I suppose.
Mhm.
Yeah, I had a Triple SG Soul
Okay.
on here.
Oh yeah, he sounds familiar. I think I've seen him on Instagram.
Yeah, he's like the Shark Gang.
Oh,
That's what they
okay.
call them. Their crew. Yeah. You know, I haven't. I'm hopefully gonna tap in with that artist I told you about, Sen, $EN. I don't know how to fucking say his name, Sen. But yeah. But all right. Before we get into all that, I really want to get into you, man.
Yeah.
So you know, where were you born?
Well, I was really born in Fort Collins. I lived there for like 3 years. I don't really remember it when I was a baby, but I know like that's where I was born. You know, I think I was born at like the Pooter Hospital up north.
Pooter?
It was like the Pooter Valley or Pooter Family Hospital or something like that. It's in Fort Collins. That's all I know.
it's a great name.
It is a great hook.
Yeah, most definitely. But yeah, there, and then I lived in like Wyoming for like a year or two, Nevada for a year, like moved around a little bit growing up, but then when I was probably like 8, I moved to Thornton, and then I've lived in the Denver metro area ever since. So yeah.
Nice.
For sure. Growing up, what was that like? What describe yourself as a kid? What were you like?
Man, growing up, sports was definitely like probably my number one thing, you know, like I always loved basketball, football, baseball, really loved playing basketball, but I was always into like watching football and baseball, hockey. So sports was always a huge thing. Music, skateboarding.
You get skater vibes from you, bro.
Yeah, when I was little, I definitely used to skateboard a lot. Was that your cat?
That was creepy. I just seen something move in the sink, man. Like on some ghost shit. Like
You
what?
swear?
I swear I seen something move on the sink.
It was probably just a knife falling. Like,
We gotta ignore it. Let's just ignore the
Yeah, let's
paranormal
ignore it.
activity going on in this man's.
Yeah, but yeah, mostly just like, you know,
That was
playing
weird.
sports, going to school like any other kid. You know what I'm saying?
how old are you?
24, just turned 24.
Damn, we're the same age.
Really?
Mhm.
Hell yeah,
How'd
man.
you get a beard, bro? I don't have a beard.
It's that good genetics,
Yeah,
man.
I got blessed, man. I don't know. I've been grooming it though for sure. Shout
That
out
is
my
a nice
barber.
beard.
Shout Perfection Blends. You know what I'm saying, to keep me right.
Boom.
Hell yeah. So growing up, did you grow up with both parents?
You know what? I like this interview a lot already because you asking some real questions. Okay. Yes, for the most part, but I would say like my dad kind of. It's like he was always around, but once I got to like middle school, high school, he kind of like bounced in a way. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't really like supporting the family and stuff like that. He was always like a phone call away. But I wouldn't say like I feel like I had to learn a lot of lessons about being a man, like from like other people and like myself a lot, you know what I'm saying? But my mom, she always kept a roof over my head. It wasn't always pretty, but she, I love my mom because she always, she worked. Like if we always needed a roof over our head, there was always food in the fridge, you know what I'm saying? So like my mom did her best. So like that's basically how it went, I would say.
For sure.
But like it's all love, you know what I'm saying? Like I still like talk to both my parents, I keep it cordial, you feel me?
No resentment.
Yeah. I feel like at one point there was resentment, but I feel like as I've grown older, you just kind of mature and, evolve with your thinking and the way you react to things.
Yep. It turned into an adult, you know what I mean?
Exactly,
Like that's,
yeah.
You see it different,
Right,
right,
exactly.
That's important because I feel like a lot of people don't know how to do that or even realize how to do that,
Yeah.
So that's big of you, man. Fuck yeah. That's what's up.
It's like you could either dwell on something negative and let it hold you back, you know what I'm saying? Or you could do your best to just make it as positive of a situation that you can. And like I feel like doing that more times than not will always lead to a brighter future, more positive future. So
I mean, when the dealer gives you their cards, man, those are the cards you get.
Exactly.
So that's what's up. A lot of people don't take that hand and hold on to it, They just throw that shit on the table and that's their hand. Like they don't want anything to do with it. So
right.
That's a big adult trait that a lot of people don't have sometimes, Like, so that's what's up, bro.
I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, no problem.
It.
So growing up, do you have any brothers and sisters?
Yeah, so I got one that's full blood. That's my brother. He's only a year younger than me, like almost to the date. His birthday was on January 5th. Mine was the 15th. We're born a year apart. So, like, he's basically my twin. Not really my twin, but, like, you feel me? Me and him lived the same life. You know what I'm saying? So
there's no difference.
We shared a room till we both basically were 18. You know what I'm saying? So, like, yeah, that's my brother. You know what I'm saying?
That's got to be
Love
kind
him
of
to
funny,
death.
bro. Bringing girls back to the same room.
Oh, it was interesting, man. It was interesting back in the day, man. I can't cap.
Y'all had to take shifts.
Oh yeah, definitely. But then I got I got two older half brothers and then two older half sisters. You know what I'm saying? I don't really usually say they're half though. Like it's basically my sisters and my brother.
Yeah.
Got the same mom, so and then one same dad. So definitely have a lot of siblings. For sure. It was cool.
Big army. That's what's up.
Yeah. They were all kind of older though. Most of my sisters and brothers. My brother Braden's the only one that's younger than me, and it's a year. But our other siblings are all at least like 5 to 8 years older than us. So, yeah, we definitely were like really close because we grew up together and stuff.
Are they involved in like the music scene at all?
No, my brother Braden loves cars, so he's really into cars. My other siblings, one of them's out of state. Two of them are out of state right now. Actually, three of them.
No, it's 4 now.
They all, they do their own things. I know one of my brothers is really into like currencies and like he runs an app. It's like a health app. He's really healthy.
Oh, that's cool.
He's like really healthy. Like I don't know how he's able to stay so strict with his diet because all he eats is like vegetables and like just all natural stuff. So yeah, that's my brother. But they're not really in the music scene. They kind of do their own thing. I was the only one that got like really involved with the music scene, I suppose.
For sure. So all right, growing up, did you ever dabble in making music? What made you get into it?
I mean, I messed around a little bit. Like, I remember when I was really little, like, I was writing lyrics down at one point, like, pretending to be, like, a rapper, like, in my room, you know what I'm saying? But it was never like, oh, I'm going to be a rapper. Like, I'm going to make music. That was never, like, a goal of mine. But I got into music because, well, when I was young, when I was skating and stuff, it was mostly, like, Wiz. And I was into a little bit of rock and stuff like that, too.
Nice. Like, which bands?
I was into like a lot of the basic ones like Slipknot, System of a Down.
I knew you were gonna say I love System.
Yeah, even like some screamo. I ain't even gonna lie, or like hard metal.
Nice.
I guess you could call it, but that was more when I was like skateboarding and stuff. And I still listen to rap at that point too. But then like as I really like got older, it was just more and more hip hop rap. Like that was always kind of. Like even when I was little though, like I remember liking M.H.M a lot when I was little. 50 Cent, I liked T.I. like all
nice.
like a bunch of artists when I was really little, you know. So I'd say rap and hip hop was always like my favorite genre, but I definitely like dabbled around. Even to this day, like I listen to some country, you know what I'm saying? Like
there you go. Okay,
stuff, low key. So
which country artists are on your playlist right now?
George Strait,
nice.
Brooks and Dunn.
I don't know who the fuck that is.
I do. I've heard them before.
I would say those two. I'll just say those two. Definitely George Strait though. I always liked George Strait. He was cool.
Hell yeah, fucking. So you started like pretending, you know, like acting as a rapper or whatever as a kid.
Yeah.
When did you like start to get more involved in like the journalism side?
Well, it was 2018. Remember, I was going through somewhat of a tough time, and like I remember I went to this Boulder show. I actually bought tickets from these kids I went to high school with.
You're 21 at this point.
I was
21, right?
20. I was about 19. Actually, I'll say 20 at that point. Okay. I was probably like 20 at that point. So I had bought some tickets to this show from some kids we had graduated at that point, but we went to high school together, what have you. And I remember it was in Boulder, and I went and I heard Young Fiji, walk, you could hit the dough. And like that was like the first time I was at like a Colorado concert, and I was like damn, like that sounded kind of hard, you know what I'm saying? I'm
like okay,
like there's Colorado rappers out here, like hold up, what's going on? So I remember I was listening to that, I went to that show, and then I was watching a lot of No Jumper and like Say Cheese, Zach TV, like a lot of blogs and stuff like that, and I was like starting to learn more about the artists out here, the rappers. And I was also selling a lot of vintage clothing at this time, so like I was meeting a lot of artists, you know, because they want you. At this time, vintage was really hyped up, so I'm like, you know, going to shows.
It still is.
Yeah, to this day, it still is. Yeah, I'm like going to shows. I'm doing all this stuff, selling clothes, like. So I just started linking on artists, and I'm like, well, if I'm already with them, and then like Colorado doesn't like. There have been interview platforms before that. In Colorado, if you really do your research, it's hard to find, like older ones, like I'd say like 8 to 10 years ago. But there was no one that really like stood out, I feel like, or like really stamped Denver, stamped Colorado, you know what I'm saying, was really putting on for the Colorado artists. So I was like, everyone's rapping out here and there's a lot of talent, so why not like start a, you know, interview show? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm seeing No Jumper, I'm watching all these other platforms, why can't we do it here in Colorado? So
you were early on that wave, bro.
Early, man.
2018.
Yeah,
we hit that wave
2018.
early. That's what's up.
March. If you
Respect.
go, March 2018 is when I dropped the first Mile High Minute interview.
Wow, where does that name come from? It's just
Mile High Minute.
Who made it up?
I did. So I remember I was in my room with a homie at the time, and we were just brainstorming different names. I think Colorado Comment was one. We were thinking of, there was a couple other ones I can't remember, but I remember just saying Mile High Minute, like, and it just stuck. Ever since, like, I said that and I wrote it down on that piece of paper in March of 2018, like, I couldn't let that name go. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was just like, Mile High Minute, like, that sounds perfect. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, okay, we're in Denver, so I'm representing for the Mile High. but at the same time, I feel like it could still be universal. You know what I'm saying? Like, in a way, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, it's catchy.
Yeah, like when artists come out here for shows and shit. I mean, that's the universe. Like, you know, Atlanta artists or wherever they're from, you know, coming out here, boom,
tap in.
They're in the Mile High, and you got that minute. So you know what I mean? Like you're giving it to them.
Give me
that's
a
what's
minute,
up.
man.
Exactly. That's what's up.
Hell yeah. How many people are part of your team?
Right now, I got one homie that kind of helps with the promo a little bit, and I got another homie that has helped a little bit with like the graphics and stuff. But other than that, like it's mostly me. Like I do all the interviews, I do all the editing. Most 95% of the promo you see on the pages is from me. Yeah, I mean like it's basically everything for the most part. I would say is me. I mean I got an owner, but he doesn't work on the Mile High Minute. He was like an investor, so I just, you know, he owns a percentage of the business, and that's that. But he don't like work with Mile High Minute, you know, if that makes sense. Yeah.
Walk us through that. An investor, and how does that work?
So, basically, someone I went to high school with was really cool with, or like really enjoyed the idea of Mile High Minute. He thought it was cool what I was doing, so we started working together, collaborating. And then he knew a business partner who was interested in investing in the platform. So I put together a presentation and, you know, a different type of, I guess you could say like an investor like presentation slideshow.
A pitch.
Yeah, a pitch basically. And it worked, and yeah, you know, he invested. So yeah, it was a blessing.
You hit a PowerPoint, huh?
Yep.
Hell yeah.
It was a blessing.
That's the go-to.
Google Slides.
Well, it was Google Slides.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Damn, we on Google Slides team.
You got.
I didn't know you actually. I thought you meant like just a PowerPoint in general. I didn't know you meant like the brand PowerPoint.
I didn't know we were shouting out Googles.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's how that happened. So it was a blessing for sure. And I, you know, still to this day, I appreciate the investor. You know what I'm saying? It's all good.
Yeah.
You know, I'm paying him, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like a record deal in a way, like, but I feel like the way we're doing it is very, like, he blessed me for sure. Like, he really, like, helped me out a lot, you know what I'm saying? And I'm a man of my word, so it's working out well.
If you feel comfortable saying it, what exactly did he, like, buy you equipment, or what did he do?
Yeah, so basically equipment and, like, stuff like that. It was a certain amount of money for a certain percentage of the business. So with that money, I bought equipment and different stuff like that. Went out of state, networked, you know, different things. And then now I just have to pay him quarterly, you know, until we reach a certain threshold, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Wow. Are you, so aside from that investor, are you still taking, like, investment money, or are you just it's all you now?
As in, like...
Are you still looking for, like, outside investors?
Yeah, I mean, that kind of just... that opportunity kind of more just came to me. Like, yeah, I did put some work in to make it happen, but, like, it kind of just more presented itself. So I don't, like, really actively, like, go around looking for too many, like, investors. I really should. I think I should try harder, but I don't know. Since then, I've kind of just wanted to build and get him, you know, paid off, and then just keep moving forward, you know what I'm saying, like at that point. So I haven't really tried to look for any other investors. I kind of like owning most of the business. You know, I've tried to give ownership to people in the past and didn't work out too well. So, and that's just me being honest, you know what I'm saying, not throwing shade or anything. So
how does that work when you try to give ownership to someone and they just say no, or they're just...
No, they say that at that time they said yes, but it was arguments and different little petty things that happen, you know what I'm saying?
Just drama overall.
Yeah, for nothing, you know what I'm saying? So, but I mean, it's all love to this day. It's so old at this point, like it's not anything I'm tripping about, but you definitely, you just got to be smart and careful, you know what I'm saying, with who you decide to give ownership to, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that.
For sure. You know, like, I don't know, I'm kind of looking at you like obviously, like you're kind of what like street champs would like to be, bro. Like obviously you're fucking.
Shit, I want to be more like you in a way too, though. Like I can't cap.
You think so?
And I mean, yeah, with how you got it set up and everything, like it's really professional, man. I like what you got going on, but I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? It's all love.
Fuck yeah, we're like two neutrons, man. We're just revolving, feeding off each other. You know?
Yeah, I definitely get a lot of inspiration off of you.
I don't know if that's right though.
But
I don't know science very well. No, I just kind of tried.
Neutrons or neurons?
Neurons? Is it? I don't know. We just can continue.
It's protons and
electrons.
Electrons.
Protons and neutrons are in the nucleus. Electrons are on the
Was
outside.
I right then?
Protons and neutrons are in the nucleus. They don't rotate.
Fuck.
The electrons
What rotates?
rotate.
What rotates? Electrons?
They don't even rotate around.
All right, continue.
I like it. Smart man.
Yeah, but I kind of
Thanks, Winston.
I kind of lost my train of thought.
Shout
but,
the sponsors.
I'm sorry, I fucked that up.
3 a.m. water, shout y'all, man. Appreciate y'all for keeping me hydrated.
3 a.m. water.
Yes, sir. Hydration for the go-getters.
Ooh, that was a nice promo.
Where can I pick some of that up at?
You can hit them up on Instagram at 3M Water, Twitter, Facebook. I know they were in stores at one point. I'm not sure if they still are up in Denver, but yeah, we will tap in with them. They show a lot of love. So
3 a.m. water. I'm over here drinking fucking tap like a fucking peasant, bro.
yeah, go get that spring water, man. Shout out Denver.
I'm drinking twisted tea like a college girl.
Right. That's funny. All right, so since 2018, you've been running your stuff, and you said you kind of ran into some hiccups growing your team.
Yeah,
Do you have any advice, like other than like?
Okay, could you ask the question one more time so I can?
The question was, do you have any advice to young content creators that are trying to do what you're doing about growing their team?
I would say just, pick people that genuinely like have a passion for what they're doing, for what, for creating content and stuff like that. Choose people that you can trust, you know what I'm saying? For sure, like people that you could trust around your girl, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Like people you could trust to just like work hard, you know what I'm saying? You can't necessarily expect someone to work as hard as you. That's one thing. If you were the one that created the idea, like no matter what, you can't expect that. But you definitely want people around you that are go-getters, you know what I'm saying? Like people that, push you to become a better person and that are in it for the right reasons. It's just tough, bro, with starting a business because there's not a lot of money in it. You know what I'm saying? At first, you're not making money. You might be struggling. You know what I'm saying? Like, there was one point I was sleeping in my car. You feel me? Running mile high minute. Like, there's going to be different struggles, but if you're around good people who genuinely believe in you, you know what I'm saying, who've been there for you when you were down and, like, they push you to become a better person, then, like, that'll be good for you. You know what I'm saying? But also don't let people walk over you, like don't let someone walk over you if they're not bringing the same type of work ethic or, you know what I'm saying, you can't trust them. Like you got to make sure you stand your ground and stuff because people will do that. It's not cool. But yeah, that's what I would say as far as like advice.
Oh, yeah. That ties back to the trust too.
Oh, yeah, you got to trust them, bro.
You got to trust them people, man. Like when people, it's hard working with people. I'm sure doing interviews and stuff. Yeah. Like it's different when you're working on something yourself than working with anybody. You know, like it's just because you have another brain that has a life, and it's just you know what I mean. It's hard sometimes. So
because there's going to be a lot of disagreements. There's going to be a lot of times where someone may have this idea, but you want to do it this way, and you butt heads or whatever, but. As long as you guys can kind of just come to like a middle ground and like an understanding of each other, that's what's most important.
Mm-hmm. Have you, with your platform growing, have you seen a lot of friendships fall out?
Oh yeah. There's a lot. I still have like my day one homies that I never actually. My boy Matt, he did work with Mile High Man a little bit, but my boy Matt.
Shout out Matt.
Yeah, Matty Dubs.
Shout out to Matty Dubs.
Yes sir, Matty Dubs. And when you watch this, you know what I'm saying, cool. But so here's the thing, Matty Dubs. He did work with me and with Mile High Minute for a little bit. We tried it out. We talked about it. He was like, I don't think this is for me. Still friends to this day because he was mature. We talked about it. You know what I'm saying. but he still supports, you feel me? He still supports the show, you know, always showed love. We've been friends since like middle school. So like I got my close homies, my circle that I've been close with since like middle school. Like shout out my boys Mike, Adam, Matt, you know what I'm saying? D, Donovan, you feel me? I could keep, you know, but like just my close, you know, Patty, my close friends, like that's cool. But there's been some friendships that have fallen out, like that was kind of, and those were more, I wasn't really friends with them before the business. We knew each other, but we weren't really friends. But then when we started working together in M.H.M, we had became friends. But then, you know, with the business, falling out happens, you know, bunch of different shit. So, yeah, I mean, yeah.
People are hard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What about like your family relationships? Do you feel like you're spending adequate time with like your loved ones, or do you feel like you're kind of resenting those relationships?
Yes and no. I feel like I'm not gonna lie, like, cause this isn't my only business venture, you know. I'm in it. Like I'm into real estate. I sell vintage clothes still. Like I'm into stocks. Like I'm into a bunch of different stuff. So
Where do you sell vintage clothes at? If I wanted to buy some,
Etsy, Poshmark, Depop. You might see it on Facebook, Instagram, and stuff like that. I don't really source too much anymore because M.H.M kind of took over instead of like the vintage stuff, and real estate. But I would say as far as family time, there is a lot of time like where I'm not spending time with them. You know, I definitely see them though. You know, birthdays, Christmas. You know, when I feel necessary, and I feel like as I've gotten older, I've taken that more serious. But yeah, especially in the past couple of years, like there's definitely been times where like I'm not chilling with family, like I'm spending a lot alone, you know, time working and stuff like that. But there's also a lot of a lot of friendships that are built through the industry as well. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Do you ever feel like you're wasting your time?
No. Maybe when I'm at a like window, like the 9 to 5 or something, you know what I'm saying? Like then I might feel like I'm wasting my time. But while I'm creating, while I'm editing, heck no, bro. Every business I've started, I've never quit. Like,
have you ever, like at some point, because you've been doing
waste
it for
of
a long
time?
time? Yeah, like have you ever just been like down, like in a struggle where you're just like, man, what am I doing? Like, has that ever happened?
Man, I'd say every day, every week. Like, there's always times where I'm like, dude, like, can I keep going? You know what I'm saying? Like, it gets tough sometimes, especially when you see a lot of like naysayers or like, you know what I'm saying? Like you didn't make that much money that day or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And different things could happen, you know, that kind of keep you down. But I always just find a way to push through, bro. I just can't find myself. Like, I was never been a quitter, bro.
Not
like,
a quitter.
I can't do it. You know what I'm saying? Especially with these businesses now, like, yeah.
Hell yeah.
That's probably the best way I could say. Answer that.
For sure. What about like when you were first starting, like your first 100 followers, you know, like walk me through that mindset. Like, what was that like what was your first video that popped off?
Like first 100 followers on Instagram or YouTube, like subscribers, like.
Like the first moment where you were like, damn, people are watching my shit and they like my shit.
Oh, that's a good question. There's been a lot of different moments, but I'd say probably that Lil Reese interview, or actually probably when I linked up with Sean Cotton. I don't know. There's been so many moments. FBP Mode, that interview went crazy. There's so many moments. I can't even. Tana Timbers, like I can't, bro. Like there's so many, but I would say when I felt like I really had something.
The first.
I'd say probably that Say Cheese Sean Cotton interview. When he showed love and like that gave me so much motivation and just like good feeling about this. Like I was like, wow, like maybe I can do this.
Some
like I just linked up with Say Cheese. Like he's one of the OGs in this. You feel me? Like
oh yeah.
So I was like, yeah, that was probably the biggest moment I would say. That where I was like, oh, like, and people were paying attention. I remember after I did that interview, Colorado artists started like tapping in more. Yep. Yeah, because a lot of times before that, when you're first starting, people like overlook you. You know what I'm saying? And I remember I was getting overlooked, but when Say Cheese pulled up, all of a sudden, you know what I'm saying? People start taking you serious.
Mm-hmm.
So you just got to keep going, man. Fuck what a hater got to say.
For sure. Fuck a hater, fuck a Karen.
And a Karen too, man.
Damn.
Facts.
Who's your dream interview? Like, if you could interview any artist you ever wanted to interview right now, they're flying up on a private jet out, and you're going to be in a professional ass studio, and you can ask them whatever
BTS.
for however long. he's getting BTS. I'm getting Halsey. Who you getting?
Man, I would say originally I would say R.I.P. Kobe. That was definitely
Right,
he was
fuck.
my idol growing up. But now I'd probably say Future. Probably Future. Future's a GOAT.
You listen to him a lot?
I know all the albums, every song. Like, Future's a GOAT, man.
That's what's up, man.
I love Future. I don't know. It's like a lot of people don't like him. It's cool, but there's just something about his energy and like his ability to have some music for you when you want to get turned, but also when you're in your feelings. You know what I'm saying, about a girl or something. Like Future, bro. Just
He knows how to nail the vibe.
Yeah, exactly.
When you're feeling it.
Facts.
That's what's up.
Facts.
Fuck yeah.
Damn. So, you got a girl?
Yeah, I got a girlfriend. Shout out my baby. You know what I'm saying? She knows who she is.
He's like, yeah, I got a girlfriend.
She keeps me going, man. Like, I just really appreciate her. You know, she's a very like positive influence on my life and came at the very right time. So yeah.
There you go.
Oh yeah, behind every good man is a good woman, bro.
Thank you. I
Holding
appreciate
them down.
it.
Facts.
Yeah.
But
Nah, shout out.
Loving it.
I appreciate her, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, I just, you know how it goes as men. Like, you know how all those years you get doubted and, like, girls play you, you know what I'm saying? All that stuff. And then you finally meet a real one, you're like, damn, like,
It's different.
Yeah.
was she there since 2018, since the beginning?
Nah, I ain't gonna hold you. Like, we are, like, I newly am in a relationship. I ain't gonna hold you. Like, this month type shit. As far as in a relationship,
Fuck.
we've been talking.
He says, fuck.
We've been talking longer, but like in a relationship official, like this month. You feel me?
Taking it serious.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
How'd you
Hell
ask
yeah.
her to be your girlfriend?
Well,
He's throwing you out like that.
no, that's a good question. I don't mind talking about it. So, well, like
He's romantic. I can already tell.
I ain't gonna hold you. I am romantic, but definitely the way I asked her wasn't. So like at first I wanted to do something all like extra, you feel me? But like time kept going on and like we were already talking about, you know, being serious or whatever. And she was like, I remember, you know, we were just chilling and she was like, she was kind of getting stressed out a little bit. She was kind of overthinking, like worried that I wasn't gonna like make it official. And I was like, well, if you're stressing about it, like we've already talked about it, we might as well just make it official. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
there you go.
Like if because like I was already planning on making it official anyways. Like I really was like, I'm into this girl, you know what I'm saying? She's a solid woman. So I was just like, well, I don't want you to be all worried. Like, let's just make it official then, because I wanted to anyways.
So boom,
I was
right
just
then and there.
waiting. Yeah, so
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was just in the moment it felt right. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Is she in the music industry at all?
No, she's not. No.
Do you kind of like that?
Yeah, I mean, it's just it's hard to really like talk to artists as an interviewer, you know, or like women that are in the music industry. It's like I always do my best to keep it business. So I mean, I was never like against, you know, dating someone that was in the music industry, but she's definitely my type, and like, yeah, she's my type of woman. You know what I'm saying? She's athletic. She's, you know what I'm saying, the sports and stuff like that. She's smart. You know what I'm saying? Degrees. You know what I'm saying? So.
Oh hell yeah!
Definitely my type of woman.
For sure. Did you go to college?
Yeah, I did.
For what?
I went to Front Range, and I got an Associate of Arts degree in business, and I got a couple little certificates. One was like foundations of business, and the other one was like specialization in business. But I'm low-key considering to keep going to get my bachelor's. I don't know. I took like the last year and a half or so off, just focus on business. But I'm thinking about going back. Just not even necessarily to get a job with the degree, but just to get a degree. Like that's always kind of been a dream. You know what I'm saying?
Experience.
Network. You know.
Yeah.
All that. So.
College changed my life, man. You know, it's one thing. Like people just see it as the education, but it's really the life experience that you go through when you actually do it, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Man,
college
some of the best people in college.
Yeah. Like, some of the best friends that you could possibly have, you know? Like,
Shout out my professor, Abel. Actually, no governments. Shout Coonsy baby. Shout Coonsy baby. My
he
business.
said no government.
My business professor, bro. He wrote me a recommendation letter. He was always like showing love, like supporting my business. Like,
That's what's up.
Shout out him though.
He's a real one.
Yeah, he was a real
Hey.
professor. My favorite one ever. His ass funny as hell.
You tuning in, Prof? Come on, man.
I hope so. I should text him.
Yeah, send him this, man. Be like, yo, I shouted you out on the podcast.
Yep. So, yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
So
So do you work a 9 to 5, or do you just do mile high minute, or?
I've worked a lot of 9 to 5s. I cannot deny that. The past couple months, I have worked a 9 to 5. Usually like 2 days a week. Just to be honest,
I don't think that's a 9 to 5.
Yeah, that sounds
Yeah.
like a pretty nice,
It was-
pretty
it
nice
was
deal.
like
it was more like a part-time, like 15 hours a week, maybe.
Just picking up a little something.
A little extra
Yeah.
money.
Nice.
But I'm probably not going to be there too much longer.
So it's not something you need, like you can rely on, like mile high minute.
No, yeah,
and the
most-
other shit you got going.
Yeah, so last
dope.
year, that was the only job I had for the last 2 months. I mean, I really, the whole year, just worked on business stuff. So, I mean,
Oh yeah.
I don't depend on it or nothing. It was more just like, oh, I want some extra income source and at the time, you know. So, yeah.
Hell yeah.
There you go.
I have a
What-
question about that. You charge for what exactly is your packages? Because I've seen your packages on Instagram.
Yeah.
We explain them.
Yeah. But also, real quick, to hit the 9 to 5.2, like, this last year was the first year that, like, it was mostly almost all business income, you know, because before that, yeah, I worked a lot of 9 to 5s and, like, a lot of different ones to kind of save up and help me keep going with the business. But, so last year was, like, and now that was what, my technically, like, third year of being in business with Mile High Minute, but really, like, my 6th year of business overall because, you know, I was doing other stuff before that. But as far as...
And I apologize. I didn't mean to graze over that topic. That's a great topic that we should definitely get into. Your 9 to 5s. Fucking... I apologize, Winston.
No, it's not your bad. I just was like... I feel like at first I made it seem like, oh, yeah, I never worked a 9 to 5. Like, no, like, that's mostly what I did.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I feel like everybody,
yeah,
yeah.
like...
What
It
was
was
your
just-
first job?
Chick-fil-A.
Ooh.
Fire.
high
That sounds
school.
like a pretty good first job, bro.
My
Pretty
pleasure.
I hated it, low-key.
Oh,
I was
really?
in high school, and I remember they threw me in the kitchen, but it was also because they paid 50 cents more than the upfront. So I was like, I'll take the extra 50 cents, whatever.
Yeah.
And I was like in high school, and it was cool, but got sick of that real quick.
If I see Chick-fil-A versus Taco Bell, you know,
Oh,
like
Chick-fil-A.
I'm a hiring person, I'm definitely picking Chick-fil-A.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
a classy fast food restaurant.
And that's funny because I remember I was trying to work at Taco Bell, and they denied my...
You're not good enough for Taco Bell.
That was my first job.
I was young. I was like
Okay,
15,
yeah, young.
but still,
Okay, they're like,
like,
okay, yeah, young.
But still, like...
You're
I'm
not
getting
Mexican
Chick-fil-A.
enough.
Hey, man.
No.
What the fuck? It's because he worked at Taco Bell as well.
Oh, okay.
I did.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
That's funny.
I
My
did
ass was at Cold Stone.
Creamery? Oh,
Yeah. I was over here. God damn.
Winston, what about you?
First job.
Mine was tutoring. I was a tutor.
This guy.
That's a good first job.
Yeah, he was all making bank.
Who were you tutoring? At what age?
College students.
What? How fucking old were you? That
I was like 20.
was your first job?
Yeah.
I hate this guy.
What the fuck is wrong with you? Okay.
Okay.
That's awesome.
I went to school. I focused on school and shit.
Damn, that's what's
He
up.
was focusing on school.
Yeah.
He was a bookworm.
Yeah,
Heck yeah,
Winston.
man. That's good, though.
that's fire.
I was always into school, too. I wouldn't say I was, like straight A's, but I definitely loved school growing up and stuff.
So so you went to college. All right. After college, what did you get into?
So I was already doing Mohammed while I was in college, but after that, it was like, okay, well, now I'm like full-fledged into these businesses. You know what I'm saying? Like, like I'm just, this is what I want to do. This is my dream. So I'm going to just keep going. And it's been Mile High Minute and real estate and entrepreneurship ever since, really.
Nice.
Yeah.
Now I want to touch on the real estate. Like, what
Yeah.
specifically do you do in real estate? Like, are you buying and selling, flipping houses, or?
So at this point, I'm wholesaling. It's basically finding deals for investors to fix and flip. So basically what I do is I source for properties that are in tough condition. They need to be fixed up, or they're absent owners, or the owners may have passed away, and like their families like all the way across the U.S. Like there's different scenarios.
Different.
So just look for like tough distress situations. Try to talk to the homeowner. Say, hey, look, like you got this property. Looks like it's kind of just chilling there. We're willing to scoop it up. You know what I'm saying? And fix it up, flip it. And
that's badass. And if I'm an investor looking to hit you up to do that, how do I hit you up?
So you can contact me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. I have Denver Real Estate Bros. That's the business. I have
Nice.
all.
It's a fire name.
That's
that's
a fire ass name.
Shout out my boy Matt. We came up with that a couple years back. But yeah, you can hit me up on all social media platforms. I have a business line too, so you can hit me up there.
Nice.
I forgot to bring up the promo stuff though that you asked me about.
Oh yeah, my bad.
We'll get onto it. We'll get onto it.
Okay.
Segued out.
We'll get onto it.
Okay.
Yeah, you could.
But yeah, that's cool because my dad rents houses and does stuff like that. So I was just really curious, like how, and I've never heard of that before, to be honest. Like, so that's really badass. Like, that's cool. Like,
I want to get into rentals and stuff. Like, that's the long term goal. But this is more like a way for me to kind of start out in it.
Yeah.
And it's definitely not. It's basically like being a realtor without, but on the fix up side, not necessarily the house being already fixed up and nice. And I am not a realtor. I'm gonna say that right now for legal purposes. I'm not a realtor, but I do plan on also going down that lane in the future. But
because don't you have to like take classes to do that or something to be like a realtor?
Exactly.
Like a real one. Okay, that's cool though. That's still like something I've never really heard of, and that's interesting. Like that's badass. So that's cool that you got into it.
Where do you get into your shit at? Denver, Springs, Pueblo, like anywhere?
I actually, the last deal I did was in Pueblo. So shout out Pueblo. I got a lot of love for Pueblo.
Hell yeah, man.
But I've worked in Denver, Westminster, like all the whole Denver area. The Springs, I have some leads in the Springs. Even across the U.S., like Memphis, Cleveland, Baltimore, Texas.
Nationwide.
A bunch of different markets. But the focus is definitely Colorado because, these are... It's like easier to make a deal happen when you can actually meet up with the homeowner and like what I'm saying, they're around town and stuff like that. So
that's cool. And if I'm somebody that wants to get into something like that, where do you start? Do you have to take classes to do something like that, or do you just like where did you find all this information to do something like this?
Me and my boy Matt, we actually did take a couple classes that first. Like I remember there were some like commercials about flipping houses. We paid a little money.
That's cool.
Went to the little, but the thing is,
like seminars.
Yeah, but you don't want to go to those because they're just going to try to keep selling you on more and more stuff.
Because that's their hustle.
Yeah, but they got us that first time, and it was only like $500-$600 or something. The first one wasn't too bad. But then they kept trying to hustle us. So we're like,
so you're like, this is kind of spammy.
Yeah. So we ended up YouTube. You know what I'm saying? That's basically where I've learned most of my YouTube and just networking with people. That's where I've learned most of how to do real estate. You can look up how to wholesale on YouTube, and like there's so many steps, but YouTube will literally walk you through so many of them. And
that's badass.
You could also networking with people. A lot of like people. Shout out Evan. Evan, he runs a wholesaling business. He's more into commercial stuff now, but he really like gave me a lot of sauce. Shout out, what's bro's name? Starts with a C.
Cletus.
Connor.
Oh, he's gonna. We're not really. I'm not gonna lie. Like we're not even really cool anymore, but we still made some money together.
The homie with the C name.
Yeah, he knows who he is.
Corey.
C the Mogul. That's his nickname.
There you go.
C the Mogul. You know what I'm saying? I know we don't really chill anymore or anything, but shout out you know what I'm saying? We did make some money together. And,
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You made some bread together.
Yeah, he taught me some things. So yeah, that's how it's a YouTube and just networking with people.
That's badass. See, and people underestimate YouTube and learning stuff on it. You learn a lot.
I learned how to run my minute on YouTube, basically.
Okay, that's badass. Really, who'd you look into to kind of do that?
Say Cheese, Zach TV, No Jumper.
No Jumper. Yep. Okay.
I mean,
that's what's up.
Yeah.
Because I know this guy loves No Jumper. Got a lot of inspiration from them too. That's badass. Like No Jumper is They've been doing it a long time.
No,
so
yeah.
that's cool, man.
I see
And I haven't heard
the
of Say
beanie,
Cheese.
yeah.
Like I haven't heard of Say Cheese. You guys know Say Cheese. That's what's up.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to
shout
look
out.
into him because I haven't heard of him.
Well, he's more of the. If you look at like, I feel like you guys are more of the no jumper vibe. I'm more of like the Say Cheese Vlad TV vibe, if that makes sense. You feel
Yes.
me?
Yeah.
you're not on
Because I know
camera.
Vlad.
Yeah, yeah. So that's Say Cheese is basically he's another Vlad, but like he came out of Texas and
Okay,
like,
that's
but he does interview with artists across the U.S. and he's known for his Instagram page and his blog. If I was to say there's anyone that gave me the most inspiration, I would say it's Say Cheese. Like just like if you look at my blog and stuff like that,
That's what's up.
you know, yeah.
How do you feel about Narvar?
He's
Narvar's
cool,
the
but
Serviette, human
man,
serviette.
does he still do interviews? Because
He just posted a J. Cole one, and
It's corny, bro.
yeah, you think it's corny?
I just haven't like I liked a lot of his old interviews, but I was never too interested in it.
Got
Like
you.
you said, I think I just can't really deal with the voice and stuff. I'm more into like a serious like
Yeah.
interview, hard hitting.
Yeah, like a straight and then not. Yeah, okay, I get it.
because I like to learn about people and stuff. You know, like that stuff is cool though. You can still learn, and I don't hate Nardwar at all. Like and that's a cool thing is like everyone has their own niche. You know what I'm saying?
Their
That
own
works,
thing. Yep.
and that's important to have. You know, but
Do doodle do.
Dude, yeah.
I can't cap though. Not,
Yeah,
definitely seen
right.
it.
Like we've all seen it, man.
Yeah.
That's why I had to ask. I was like, he's one of the because he's been doing it a long time too.
Yeah, he's
I
one
think
of
it's
the
cool. He
OGs.
has that record shop and he does the like the old vintage stuff. Like that's pretty cool. That's
Oh,
badass.
yeah.
Hell yeah. What do you got?
All right, so
Because I know you guys
Yeah,
because
was-
you
was
kind
that
of
your neck,
segued into real estate.
that was insane. Fucking
Shut up,
You-
Denver chiropractor.
Because we segued into
Yeah.
something else and you were talking about
into
promo.
your promo prices because I've seen your prices and I've seen them on Instagram. Can you please explain them?
All right, so I'd say we work with most budgets starting around like the cheapest option is like $5. Most expensive option is like $500.
What do you get for $5?
$5 you'll get placed on the Mile High Minute SoundCloud playlist or the Spotify playlist. And then I really should up the Spotify one. But the 500 one is an advanced interview with 1 to 2 hours, Mile High Minute promo on all platforms, and like high quality studio time. How long the movie packages will be available, I'm not sure because the plan is to one day be big enough off monetization and like that I'm only interviewing like, you know what I'm saying, quality artists and stuff. But and that's still to this day like mostly what it is, you know what I'm saying. But you do have that option as an artist if you don't want to book an interview, you know what I'm saying. But most of it is Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube promo, video uploads, stuff like that, playlisting stuff. Yeah.
And as far as like, are you comfortable talking about Are you comfortable talking about the money?
To an extent, I probably won't give out like exact numbers or anything, but I'm down to talk about it. Yeah.
All right. So as far as like the artists that you get to hit you up for those prices, how many interviews would you say you're booking a month?
Like paid interviews?
Yeah, expedited, like in the hundreds.
Man, I really haven't done that many paid interviews. I've probably done like 3 in the last 9 months. I mean, like, and even before that, I've probably done like 5 to 10 total interviews that were paid. The rest I've done off the strength. Me actually like enjoying the artist's music and wanting
Hitting
to
them up,
exactly
going
yeah.
out. And
But
nice.
it took at least a full year before I ever made a dime off Mile High Minute. Like at least a full year before I finally like sold something. I remember that. But yeah, I probably book like some interview. It's different. It depends. Like May when I went to Chicago, like I probably ran like 20 interviews, 30 interviews that month.
Oh wow.
But like if I'm like on average right now, I probably 3, 4, 5 a month. But it kind of varies. Depends on like where I'm going. If I'm traveling, because if I'm traveling, I'm trying to do as many interviews in a day as I can. So I'll do 4 or 5. But if I'm out here, I think 4 or 5 is good enough for me to keep consistent tent rolling out and, you know, balance out my other stuff and obligations.
Mm-hmm. Wow. So 5 interviews a day in a day is insane, bro. How long is each interview?
Man, they all vary. I've done interviews that lasted like 5-10 minutes. I've done interviews that lasted like almost 2 hours. So
Why 5 minutes? What happened?
because it was a famous artist and I didn't have that much time.
You get a select amount of time.
Yeah.
That's all you get, man.
Yeah, and I'm on the go, so I'm just like, where are you from?
What's
like,
your favorite color?
Yeah.
Wow.
It just depends.
Have you ever had an interview where you didn't post it because just the vibe was off, or someone pissed you off, or it just went completely wrong?
There's been so many interviews.
Oh, really?
That like usually or this doesn't really happen too much anymore because my platform is pretty like solid and I don't like wasting my time anymore. But especially when I first started, there were folks that like we kept reshooting interviews, and then like they would get so mad that I keep it up. But it's like, bro, like I put a bunch of hard time and effort to have you come on, you know what I'm saying, and like show you love. And it's like, oh, you want me to keep deleting them? You know what I'm saying? It's just like,
oh man,
it's like, bro, like
nightmare.
Yeah,
It's like pulling teeth.
yeah. So there's definitely interviews I've had to take down. There's been times that artists hit me up after like, oh, don't post that. There's been interviews I've lost. There's been interviews that other people lost. Like there's so much different shit that goes on. I've done a Young Simi interview. No one will ever see that. You know what I'm saying? Footage got lost somehow. I've done a bunch of interviews that just didn't come out, or some type of shit happened. You know what I'm saying?
That's part of the grind, probably.
But yeah, it's part of it. You know, you just take it on the chin and keep it pushing. That's all you can do.
For sure, man. It's a nightmare, bro. Like if I was to lose this interview right now, bro, I'd be fucking punching myself in the face, bro.
No, yeah, it's annoying, bro. It hurts. I went out to Texas, did a bunch of interviews, came back, and all of a sudden the hard drive breaks. You know, I don't know if I'll ever be able to drop some of those Texas interviews. You know, like there's a bunch of shit that you go through, but like the positive always outweighs the negative. And it's like it wouldn't be fun if there weren't no, like object.
It was perfect.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
it wouldn't be fun.
It was
like
perfect.
like that's what makes the story that much better. Is the struggles and the different things that happen.
Yeah. Sunshine ain't nothing without the rain.
Exactly.
You know? Shout out 50 Cent.
I mean, when you have forest fires, man, it's got to grow back beautiful. You know what I mean? But
Facts.
beautiful in the
Let me think of
destruction.
one.
Yeah.
When it rains, it pours. I don't know.
The grass is greener on the other side.
Yeah. That's funny. All right, so outside of Mile High Minute, what could we catch you doing on a regular day?
Definitely, I'm in the gym at least 6 times a week usually.
Hey, there you go.
Definitely in the gym.
What
Got
you
to
working
stay
on?
in there.
What are you working on? Cardio or strength or
Got a 6-pack or
everything.
what?
Shit, yeah.
Oh.
But no, everything. I'll be working
You
on
ever got a
everything.
6-pack?
Yeah, I am.
Bro, he's in the gym 6 out of 7
let's
days.
see
Yes,
it.
he has a 6-pack.
Let's see it. Whip it up with camera.
Oh, whoa, you're just throwing it out there.
It's for my girl to see.
Oh, yeah, see, you got to keep it under wraps, man.
Yeah.
You got to pay him for a package.
That would have been fire.
No, but I work on everything. Legs. You got to balance out the legs and the upper body. You know what I'm saying? I do cardio, so every time I do legs, I run them all. You feel me? Like
There you
gotta
go.
do the stairs. Obviously you gotta hit the bench press. You gotta, you know what I'm saying?
Everything.
Curls, all that, everything. So
Nice.
yeah, definitely gotta stay in the gym. Also, you said besides Mile High Minute,
Yeah, what can we catch you doing on a regular day?
real estate calls, and then eat some good food and fall asleep.
Best restaurant in Denver that you're just like, I gotta get takeout. You're like, lazy day, I gotta get takeout from there.
I'm gonna say my favorite go-to is Tamale Kitchen because they be open sometimes 24/7 on the weekends.
Ooh.
And that shit's so gas.
Hell yeah.
But that's like my go-to, like actually quality food. Like I don't know, bro. I'm like kind of picky. I can't cap. Like I've never been like a real huge like food guy. You feel me? Like I love my food, but I've never been like really like big on that. But shout out the Denver restaurants, Chubby's, Chiba Hut. You know what I'm saying? Everyone that does their thing. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Were you gonna say something about the gym earlier?
Yeah, I was gonna ask you, how do you think that like affects or helps with your mentality, like your mental health, like being so you're probably going all the time, you know what I mean, real estate, fucking interviews, like do you think that helps with like, do you think people should work out more?
Oh yeah, I mean, I think you have to find a balance. Like I remember I wasn't really working out for a while because I needed to get my bread up. I needed to, get into a good position. But then like once I got into a more stable position and started seeing money with the businesses, it was like I really started to focus in on like taking working out more serious. I feel like it benefits you in a lot of ways, definitely mentally. Like I like to do long stretches and listen to some like, some Native American flutes or like some like Tibet music, like just something that's more like meditational,
Zen,
relaxed.
bro.
Yeah. I feel like I kind of had to because, I went through a lot of, everyone goes through their shit. So I don't like to really get too deep into it, but like everyone has their shit and things that they're going on in their head. So like, I feel like meditation has just helped me like really be at peace and like relax, and working out kind of helps me like let out my anger through that, and stuff like that, instead of like taking it out on other people or, saying, so like people that doubt you or like the people that, as your business grows, you're going to start seeing people on social media talk down about you and just say things that don't even make sense. Like, you know what I'm saying? People that you don't even know, like people you've never met or had a conversation with can't talk.
Other people that you even know exist.
Yeah. People that you've never had a conversation with in your life, they're going to start talking down about you, like, cause you're putting yourself out there with the business, whatever. The gym kind of keeps me like, all right, like who cares what other people like about the negative, like let me focus in on becoming a better person. And it feels so good because I don't think you can love yourself more than being in the gym, because you're just working on your body and yourself. Like you can't do anything more like that. Just, I don't know, feels good. So I look at it as like a meditation, like a get away from reality.
Do you ever do breathing exercises while you work out? I know a lot of people kind of focus on breathing and add a little extra.
Yeah, I mean, I just like to, especially during the summer, I like to go on walks and runs outside, and I like to go sit by like ponds and like water, just different lakes and stuff, and kind of just like close my eyes and breathe and just kind of like be at one with the universe and be like in the moment, you know what I'm saying? And kind of just like, just realize that everything's okay. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I feel like a lot of people don't do that, That's awesome.
I feel like
everybody should.
Yeah. It's important, and especially if you're, you know what I'm saying, like a hustler, man, you got to do it. You got to, you know what I'm saying? Or anyone that's going through a stressful time, bro, like it's an avenue that'll definitely help you get out of it, like a hard time, I feel like.
Hell yeah.
For sure, man. I don't want to stray off the topic of mental health, and especially with your growing platform. Do you feel like to this day that you struggle with like anything?
Yeah, that's a real question, and I think it's important to talk about. Yes and no. Like, I feel like for the most part, I'm a really positive person, and I do a good job at not responding to internet trolls and, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. But I'd be lying to you to say, like, that shit ain't hard sometimes to deal with, you know what I'm saying? Like, seeing things said about you that don't even, like, from people, like I said earlier, that you don't even know or have ever had a conversation, or people assuming things about you, or, stuff like that. Like, that will get to your head, you feel me? Like, that'll make you, question, do I keep going? Do I keep doing this business? You know what I'm saying? Do I want to keep putting myself out there? And then a lot of things I notice in this business is, like, you show a lot of love to people just for them to stab you in the back, like, you do interviews for free with these artists, you show a lot of love, you promote their music, and then, a year or two later, they're mad because you post this artist, or, just different stupid things. Yes. And it's just like, mental health is important. So, but at the end of the day, I do my best to stay positive about it, because I and I try not to focus on the 1 out of 10 haters, because it's like 9 out of 10 people show love. You feel me? And like I can't tell you how much love and respect I've received, like getting noticed randomly in the city or whatever. Like people show a lot of love, you know what I'm saying? So I do my best to like focus on that, and stuff like that. And I just try to remind myself, you know, that, you know, when you're putting yourself out there and you're starting a business, like not everyone's going to like you, and everyone's going to be open to their own opinions, and you kind of just got to accept it and like learn and kind of grow with it, you know? So that's how I'd say I kind of deal with it, I suppose.
Wow.
I can run on a lot, my bad. Like if I'm ever ranting.
That's what we want.
Okay, cool.
Facts, man.
Has there ever been a time that you were just like, fuck it, I'm going to quit Mile High, this is done?
I mean, there was never a time I was like, oh, for sure, like I'm done.
Mm-hmm. Contemplated it?
But there's definitely been a lot of moments where it was contemplated, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, can I keep doing this? Do I want to keep dealing with this? Like, but what keeps me going is like the supporters that do, you know, tune into all the episodes, and all the my friends and family that, you know, keep me going. All the artists that keep me going, all the artists I see like reaching new heights and stuff like that. That's what keeps me going.
Wow, man, it's very relatable. I feel like for any young content creator or entrepreneur that's like because I feel like your business is social media at this point.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like you said, this is gonna be those 9 out of 10. Like three people are gonna love it, 3 people are gonna hate it, 3 people ain't gonna give a fuck. It's the way like I heard it. Like,
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah. But like,
yeah, I'm probably being nice. Honestly, I say 90% of people, because if you go look at my Instagram story right now, on is this music hot or not, you're gonna see a lot of people saying it's not. You're gonna see the people saying it's hot, but like, you know, it's just what comes with it.
Mm-hmm. Wow. I feel like as humans too, for some reason, there could be, like you said, those 9 messages are like, this is fire, this is cool, I love this, I always watch this. Yeah. And then the one person that says whatever they say, right, you're just like, what?
Yeah, it bugs you a little bit.
It's just, I just feel like that's just how humans are, man. Mm-hmm. So, as a content creator, you know, I kind of take a page out of Joe Rogan's book. It's kind of just don't read the comments, man. You'll get the love. You'll see the love. People will tell you to your face. You don't even have to pay attention to what is said under, you know. Right. But as humans, that's just hard to do.
It's hard.
Like, that's hard, man. So,
especially as a growing platform, it's not cool to ignore your fans, quote unquote fans. It's not cool.
And not ignore, but like
if someone says like this is a cool video, like you gotta heart it. You gotta be like thank you.
Right.
Yeah. Like, especially building up. Mm-hmm. But once you're on that, once you just keep hitting those glass ceilings and breaking through them, there's a certain point to where you ain't gonna get to all of them, and 2, there's gonna be, for all those 9 haters or lovers, there's gonna be that hater, and it's just gonna be a giant mass, and at that point,
it is what it is.
It is what it is, and you should just leave it be.
Yeah.
But having mentality on that is one of the biggest things when it comes to running a business that you're running, or say me being an artist or anybody out there doing whatever.
Artists get a lot of hate. You see it because you're putting yourself out there. Mm-hmm. You know,
so you have about 8 or almost 9,000 subscribers. Do you remember? Street Champs is about to hit 300. Do you remember when you were at 300 and like? Oh yeah. What was that like? That you can remember?
So I remember, if you look at my first couple videos, there were some it was vintage videos and stuff like that. And then even low key, if you look at when I started my channel, it was like 2008 or 2012 or something crazy. Mm-hmm. So when I was really little, like I was still doing vintage videos and like skateboarding videos, but I deleted them all, you know.
Privated.
Yeah. But I did the vintage videos. That got me around the 200-300 range. So I remember that. And then with Mile High Minute, it was definitely still slow as Mile High Minute. I mean, I remember a year ago, I had just was over going into 2020. I was just like hitting 1,000, I think.
Oh wow!
Nice.
So like when I was at 300 subscribers, it was just I low key, me and my homies, we used to go out to Denver. We used to go out in the downtown on the streets, and we literally like just start talking to people like, yo, like, can you subscribe to my YouTube channel? Like, and a lot of people are gonna be like, no, you know what I'm saying? No, but there's a lot of people will be cool, you know what I'm saying, and subscribe. So like, I remember we were doing that to get the subs up.
That's what's up.
That's fire.
Word of mouth, man.
Fire.
That is fire.
Gonna do that.
But the subs,
we subscribe to my YouTube.
Yeah.
yeah. But the subs like really grew. Like after you get those really big artists on there, like or just really good interviews, like you know the subs will keep growing. You know. But yeah, I remember definitely when I was at 300 subs, that shit. It was like feels like it was yesterday almost.
That's cool, man. So the blow up was kind of like exponential, right? Like in that short amount of time from 2020 to 2021.
2000. Oh yeah.
What year is it?
Yeah, right. COVID, bro.
Where am I?
Yeah.
I'd say the growth, started like 2018.
The growth pause.
No, I'm just kidding.
No,
But like 2018,
2022.
I'd say 2018 to now, it went from like about 200-300 subscribers to almost 8K, I think.
Damn, that's
Was that?
badass. And you said what interview kind of shot him up?
At first, it was that Billionaire Black interview. Shout out FBP Mo, though. That one was legendary, and that helped. But when I did that Billionaire Black interview, he was like the first out-of-town artist that was like, I was doing like 50K views, a bunch of views, and like actually starting to make a little money off YouTube. And that, I remember I went from like 1 to like 2 or 4K. I don't know. I definitely grew like a couple thousand within like 2 or 3 weeks or something like that.
Nice.
So that was definitely the first one. Then when I did the Reese interview, that basically shot up. Like
Got it.
That's
definitely like 3-4K.
It's almost
Yeah.
got
In a couple
600,000
weeks.
views, bro.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
crazy, bro. And how does that make you feel seeing that you have a video that is past 500,000 views, you know?
It almost is surreal. Like I don't know, because like when I first started, 500,000 views seemed like impossible. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like it took so long and so many videos to get there, but it's definitely a blessing. You know, I feel like I don't think about the views too much, but you know, it's definitely a blessing that I was able to grab that many people's attention, and I feel like I could have done a better interview, but yeah, it's just a blessing, bro. I don't take anything for granted. You know, I do my best to just always remain positive and just be grateful for like all the opportunities and different
Hell
things.
yeah, you
that
got
I've
it
been a
done,
part of.
man. That's
Yeah.
fucking awesome, bro.
Yeah.
How do you go about asking people for an interview? Do you just kind of walk up, ask, or you hitting the DMs first? Do you
Usually
set up
social
something?
media.
Social media,
You know,
hit them up.
Instagram, hit them up in the DMs, Twitter. And depending on who the artist is, you know, you always got to provide value in some way or another. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't necessarily have to be money either, always. But sometimes, like, I'm not going to lie, I've paid for a couple interviews. Like,
Yep.
there's a couple of artists on there that wouldn't have been on there if it wasn't for me investing in it. But, you know, that's part of the game. And that's also why I've charged for interviews too. You know what I'm saying? But usually it's just off of, you know, me DMing them and me being able to provide enough value for them to want to come on the show. You know, that's all it is.
Has anybody ever given you a price to where you're just like, no, like what, like,
Oh, yeah.
or has it always been in like kind of reach? Like, are they reasonable with their price of an interview? If they like, have they asked you, like you've asked for the interview and then they say, hey, if you pay me, like,
Yeah, so they're pretty reasonable, especially if they're out of state. But there's been some times where I felt like they were trying to tax, and I was like, I'm not even responding. Like, all right. But if they're reasonable, like, yeah, like, you know, let's chop it up. Let's make
and
it happen.
has there ever been somebody with like no following, been like, yo, dog, you got to throw me some bread?
yeah.
Like, and what's your, like, is it just like, come on, man, like I'm putting you on, like,
Derek dealt with that recently.
Yeah,
himself.
that's
Bro,
why I
it's
brought it
such a
up.
face palm,
His
bro.
face.
It's like there's this dude. I don't even know if I should get into
no, you ain't got to say his name or
names.
nothing.
No names.
No, definitely no names, but it's just like, I don't know. I feel like he was assuming things about me, like assuming I was going to ask him all these crazy questions and blah, blah. And he's a legend, don't get me wrong. But he was definitely trying to overcharge me more than I've paid Billionaire Black and like Chicago artists that have been done millions of views and don't work with Cardi B. He was trying to charge me more than
them.
And
you're just like,
and it's like, bro, like, you've done a lot and I respect what you got going on, but like, we're both from the same city. If you would have said a more reasonable number, I probably would have been willing to throw you a little bread. You know, I've thrown Colorado artists plenty of like times money for shows, or not shows, but mostly like coming on the show, the interview. You know, I've thrown plenty of Colorado artists a little money, you know what I'm saying? May not be a lot all the time, but I do my best, you know, to help what I can. But it's like he was asking some unreasonable price and just started like assuming and talking down, and I was just like, man. I don't even want to interview at this point.
Leave on
you know?
red.
Yeah, like, it is what it is. But I think when it comes down to that, it's more of like a animosity or like an envious thing rather than like it being, you know, like, and it'll be over the dumbest shit. Like, I don't even understand. Like, I literally promoted you for free for the past 3 years posting your music, but all of a sudden, like, you feel like some type of way because I post other artists. Like, it's just little stupid shit you run into, petty shit as you run into as a blogger or as a platform.
Hell yeah.
Okay. Wow, man. You know, like, I feel like you're definitely dropping a lot of gems for any platform, and not even only Street Champs, but I'm definitely relating this to all the Street Champ shit. We're not there yet, but, you know, I pray one day we'll be there, and I know we'll be there.
You will. I could tell by the branding and, like, just, you know, I've done a lot of interviews, but out here in Colorado, I felt like when I was looking at your platform, I seen, like, a real, like, branding that, like, stuck out to me and caught my eye more so than a lot of Colorado platforms. And I seen the organic growth. I see that you're not, you know, because there's a lot of platforms that be buying fake views and stuff. I seen, like, you post it, and whatever it does, it does. You know what I'm saying? Like, I respect that. You feel me? And just like I said, the branding with the Street Champs in the background, how you already got sponsors, like, you know what I'm saying? Different stuff like that. I already look at you as, like, you know, definitely one of the top dogs out here. Like, very cool to look at.
It's fire, bro.
Yeah,
That is fire as fuck.
And
that means a lot.
It's not us. It's not me. It's us. You know, it's
most definitely.
It's Rick G. It's Winston. It's Daniel Ridgway. It's Delilah. It's fucking anyone that comes on the show. It's you, bro. Like,
that's lovely.
And I appreciate
it's
you,
the co.
man. Yeah, exactly. It's the co.
It's the CO, man. The box steak.
Winston, what's the time we've been going for, brother?
1:16.
1:16.
Hour 16.
All right.
That's a solid interview.
Right.
It honestly has not even felt that at all.
No,
it
definitely
like
not.
I've enjoyed the fuck out of this.
Facts.
This has been great.
Hell yeah. You know, just to end it off, you know, before we get into other stuff, is there any like final advice or words that you want to leave Colorado with?
Keep going. You know, as Nipsey said, you know what I'm saying. A lot. You look up and you're already like closer to where you want to get to than from where you started from. So it's like, why would you ever stop? You might as well just keep going. You know what I'm saying? Like, might as well just keep going. And it's like, I seen Vlad tweet some shit the other day talking about like only 1% of whatever make it. And it's like, okay, yeah, that's true. But it's like, it's not like 1 out of 100. Like, it's not like you get lucky. You know what I'm saying? It's like, put in the work, go hard, stay consistent, and you're going to see the results. You know, I feel like people want shortcuts. People get mad at other people because they're successful. You know, people just expect things to be handed to them, but it's like, no, it don't work like that. Like, you can hate all you want and talk down on the successful people all you want, but that's not going to get you anywhere closer to your goals. You know what I'm saying? If you really want to be a winner, if you want to have a good life, stay positive, like, show love to the people that are winning. Show love to Street Champs. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't hate on platforms that are just trying to help put on for the city. Like, if you know, just show love. Like, and it's going to help you, guarantee, especially as an artist, it's going to help you get in more doors. You know what I'm saying? It's going to help your brand grow. But, you know, that's all I'd say is just to show love, stay positive, you know, and it'll come back. You know what I'm saying? And, yeah, I mean, I could keep going, but yeah,
right.
I would say like that's what I would really want to like put out there.
Oh yeah.
Do you boys have any more questions for?
So you're involved with the Colorado music scene a lot, and when you bring what you just said up, do you feel that the Colorado music scene is strong, getting stronger, or kind of parted? Like, because I see a lot of people saying that the Colorado music scene is kind of parted. There's a lot of people that just, we're not binded like a lot of other cities or states.
Right.
How do you feel about that? Like, do you think we have a strong scene that, or do you feel like, how do you feel about it? I guess I could just say.
I feel like we definitely have a strong scene. It's getting stronger by the minute. And
The Mile High Minute.
Yeah, appreciate it. There's definitely, obviously the divide and the struggles and the different beefs and different things, but I feel like there's love and collaboration and culture and everything where it is meant to be in the right places. You contact, at AP, a Trev Rich, Street Champs, Mile High Minute, DJ Squizzy Taylor. Like, you contact these different moguls out here in Colorado doing their thing, and it's like with the right people, it's always positive. Like, I never linked up with AP and he was hating on me, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's one of the GOATs out here, and he always showed love because, so in the right places, it's positive. But it's the internet, it's the where you kind of see the separation and the divides and stuff like that. But I've heard people say that Colorado, it's more kind of like competitive and like beefed up rather than collaboration like you see in Atlanta. Like, I've heard things like that. But I also feel like if you're from here, you feel like that. And I feel like that goes for any city. Wherever you're from, you're going to have the most love, but you're also going to have the most haters. You know what I'm saying? So it's
true.
And so, but when you go out of state, it's like people are treating you like you're, like a god in a way. Like, you're just like way more positive. They show love, you know what I'm saying? Because they don't have the same access to you, But when you're out here and, I don't know, people see you're succeeding, but they're like, oh, I went to high school with that kid, or, you know what I'm saying? Why does he get that? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. There's the jealousy aspect of it because they grew up with you, and
it was like, motherfucker, you had the same 24 hours as me. You could have worked harder.
Facts, man.
You feel me? Or you could keep like complaining about shit and not go anywhere. I don't know. You feel me? So that's all I would say is just, there is a lot of bullshit out here, but man, I love the scene out here. At the end of the day, like, I love my city. I'm a Box State baby till I die. You know what I'm saying?
Go.
Like, I just go where the love is, you feel me, and stay there. So, yeah.
Hell yeah, man. I like that shit. Glad I asked that. Fuck yeah.
I appreciate it.
Fire.
Winston, you got any more questions?
Think I'm good. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Cool.
Do you got any topics, bro, you definitely want to get off your chest before we...
Not really. I would just say, tap in Mile High Minute, go hit the subscribe button on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram if you want. Like, if you need promo or you need want your music posted or you want to do an interview, hit me up on Instagram at milehighminute.co. That's the best way to contact me. I got an email, business line, all social media platforms. So yeah, if you want to do business, when it comes to artists, I like to check out all artists. If you have good music, you know what I'm saying, send it through the links. And if you want to interview or whatever, we can talk about it. But that's it, shout all the real friends and the family that show love to me and support me. Shout out Colorado. Shout all the platforms. Shout all the platforms out of state. Shout my boy Sperry, my dog for life. Shout all the artists, FBP, Mo, AP, Polo, Lil Mac Diddy, 100 Pack Savvy. Shout all the artists that, have helped my career go and never switched up, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, it's all love. Shout out to Co. And definitely big shout out to Street Champs.
Hey.
Hottest platform in Pueblo. You heard it
Second
here.
after Mile High.
Shit, yes, sir. But I appreciate the love, man. But yeah, shout out Street Champs. Hottest platform in the streets, man. I appreciate y'all. Yeah, that's probably my ending thoughts.
Damn,
Yeah, man.
Hell yeah,
Thank you,
mad
bro.
love, man. Mad love. Rick G, you want to shout yourself out?
Yeah, so Rick G, you can find me in the links below, man. I'm just glad I was able to be a part of this interview. Loved it. One of my favorite interviews for sure. But like I said, find me links below. Thank you for everybody supporting me for the concert. Can't wait to do that. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, guys. Mile High Minute, Rick G, Street Champs.
Let's
Come
go.
get put on. Like, comment, subscribe. Follow us on Patreon. Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, all that shit.
Yeesh.
Spotify. All right,
Let's
guys.
go.
Peace.
Big Colorado.
Ah.
Come on, how many?